back to our channel, Star Revelations.
Okay, so let's jump into the last card.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, let's jump into the last card. So we have, as divine manifestors, we can graduate up and into more always. And so the divine did actually have a channeled reading that they wanted me to bring forward from within this particular card. So let's get into that and then we can discuss it. So that's card number 7. So they said, when we alleviate our own true disasters of here, meaning to let go of who we think, believe that we are only capable of, for that which we truly are here being and doing as are in, meaning that we begin to know who we really and truly are from deep within us, well, only then are we far reaching within us for all of our very own true answers. And only then are we given to from there, from that place of evolutions of consciousness of. And then, well then, guess what happens next to and for us all, in and amongst this all, is that none of us would be anyone other than who we really and truly are. Why, you ask? Well, because then we would actually see the forest for the trees, and we would just know intuitively what came next to and for us. If only we would first listen to that small, still voice within, whose wisdom reaches us all. Once and if we are ready for it all, and have just simply gone within and asked for it. So they said, simply raise your gauntlet to let the games begin. And then from there, give ways to something more, anything more, to come forward for you to ride upon, and to sail on down into from here. To then be here as these amazing light being master manifestor magicians on steroids, what we were talking about, creating or making change happen within and without, or on out into all of our now here outer worlds for today and always. True geniuses are really only all of you, going within and then accessing all of your very own true powers of persuasion, who then give ways to more, because then you too will be all that you can be here, because before then you simply just did not know yet in just how to be here as that, and all the more from there for today and always. So what's your take on that all, Shania?
For me, I was kind of thinking about, again, just we've been led to look too much at the physical aspects of who we are instead of the, the light from within, the true colors that we talk about a lot. I think, the divine sees us all as the true colors that we are, and that shows so much of who we really are. Whereas, I feel like I could look at you and be like, yeah, you're a woman, you have black hair, you know what I mean? These physical things that doesn't really show the genuine, light or true color that you are, true self, soul, all these different things. So that's kind of what I was getting from that.
Yes, and a big thing with that is that we start to understand that we're not really just these bodies, these just they call them meat suits. We're not really just these bodies. We're actually, angelic beings. We're actually, spiritual beings living a human existence. And that is just so hard for so many people to grasp because, again, we've been led to believe otherwise. We've been led to believe that those are the crazies. That's crazy thinking. That's crazy talk. That's all nonsense. That's all this, that, and the other thing. Which is really the exact opposite of what the real truth is. And so until people really start to believe and start to know that this is the reality of what we really and truly are, which is spiritual beings living a human existence, we're here to learn and to process ourselves and to become more, to step up into self-mastery. Until we learn that stuff, we're just not ready for it. And so they've said that so many times before that, until you're ready to take this on, you're just not ready for it. So when you're ready for it, you just have to step forward into it, and then it'll all start to progress. Your life will start to progress from there. So,
yes.
It really is a choice. It's a choice about who you want to be and how you want to live. And so do you want to live the way you have been, or is there something more out there for you that you want to take on and you want to expand into. So.
And I think now's the time to do it. I feel like in the past it's been a more difficult, like we've talked about, like the witches of the time and how we feel they might have just been trying to come forward with information, but they were demonized for that. And, people, like, if we would just take the time to really understand where people are coming from, it makes me think too of, like, the tinfoil hat people. Like,
yes.
Like, maybe if we just took the time, I'm not going to say that they're going to be completely right on everything, but
right.
why aren't we hearing these people out about,
yes.
or anyone? Like, it's not even just, like, the tinfoil hat
That's
people,
right.
it's
That's
anyone.
right.
Like, we should take the time to hear these people out, because everyone is this equal, everyone has something important to say. Just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean that it's not relevant or shouldn't be said.
That's right.
So
I think a big thing with that is for people to go within, because only in going within do you then project yourself or come forward as who you really and truly are, because then you're being your own true self soul, your higher self soul. Because before then, so many people have masks on. I'm this, I'm that, I'm, and are you really being who you really and truly are here, or are you being who someone else wants you to be for them? And society has learned to sort of, we've been conditioned again, we've been programmed to believe that we need to be this way and that way to succeed in life. You need to do this, you need to do that. Instead of just, owning who we really and truly are and coming forward as that. Yeah. Because that is who God made us to be. We are each unique, individual, amazing beings. Why would we not want to come forward as who we really and truly are? Because someone else thinks that we should be something or someone else? Like, that's just craziness to me now. I guess maybe once upon a time it wasn't, but for me now, that's just craziness.
Well, it really has been craziness, I think, for the whole time, and we've just, like, stunted our growth throughout so much of this time because we weren't allowing for people to be who they truly are. But I do see more in society now for people's differences and unique characteristics to be not always, but somewhat more accepted and more,
right.
There has been more.
Makes me think, oh boy, wait until we get into some of these next materials down the road here when they talk about the elitist extremists and how since the beginning of time they've taken over our choices and our time here and everything else that was ours to come forward. Wait till we get into all of that stuff that the Divine's been bringing forward and has brought forward for us all. It's gonna get a little crazy here. It's gonna get a little advanced, but it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be a really great learning experience if you're ready to take it all on.
Totally, and we've definitely been held back a lot through different circumstances, such as the elitists and stuff. So we're just ready to push on forward to where we were always meant to be. So
yeah, absolutely, 100%. So the Divine, before closing, they said to reiterate or to guide others into these things, what we need to learn today. So number one, that no one can access or take over our choices of who we are unless we first give them permission to. Meaning that no one can take over your time and choices unless you allow for them to. Number two, don't allow anyone to take up space in your life. That is, not unless or until they give to you all that you also do desire for here. Because if not, like if they are not going to care about who you are now being, then they too will not care about who you can become here, to and for the alls and you yourself. I thought that was pretty cool. Number three, when you are on the brink of remembering who you are, meaning your own true self soul from deep within you, your own higher self, you are also then on the brink of remembering who you are now becoming and what for and who for kind of thing. Number four, and that not until you reach within for it all are you then granted permission or permissions to who you can become here. Because not until you are here showing yourself who you can become will the Divine ever step forward for you and show you who they now too can be here for you. Number five, when you bless those around you with the presence of who you are now becoming, they then will see both who you were and now who you have become, in accordance to whom they now too do want to be here as or in, or in accordance to their own true God selves from within them. So great materials. I hope you guys are taking that all in and mulling upon it all, because that is what the divine, expects and wants for us each to do, is to take it all in, mull upon it all, and to process ourselves from there.
Exactly. These tools are here for you, but your most important tool, you're really the only tool that you truly need. So yeah,
it's your choice.
Exactly. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
We had a great time.
Yeah, we sure did. We'll be back with more soon, and sending peace, love, and light out to all. Have a great day.
Have a great day.